Hello, chess friends. We're going to be following the Bughouse World Championship. Um, this is the only match scheduled today in the calendar that people keep talking about other matches in the Discord. I think there's a lot of teams that aren't putting their matches in the calendar. And if they don't put their matches in the calendar, I won't know about them. Anyway, we're watching CaspiIsrael and Shayka versus Rusmagic and dushezzz. CaspiIsrael says he's in IM, but he actually got his last. Well, he's actually a GM now. He was in IM for like 15 years. Finally got his GM. I've met CaspiIsrael several times at the Bughouse World Championship in Berlin. Super nice guy, great player. He had strong results in that tournament, and particularly in the variation where he would play individual. Like with the main tournament that the gathering was organized around, you would play with a partner that you had arranged. But we did like some side events, and one of the side events that we did a few years was you would like rotate partners, and that particular variation, I think he won actually both. The one of the years, like he won the main tournament with a partner he brought, I think with Ecarf, and he also won a tournament where he rotated partners. A very strong player. Rusmagic was successor on the free internet chess server, and I've met him as well. He's from Russia, but he was in Washington D.C. For a job at one point when I lived in the D.C. area. So I've played Bughouse over the board with him. And dushezzz, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've met dushezzz or not. Says he's from Estonia, so I don't think so. There's a guy from Belgium called Drinka on the internet chess server who I have met. If it's him, then I've met him at the Berlin tournament. Don't think I've met Shayka over the board. Anyway, this is the first game. So this is Bughouse World Championship in the open section. It is first to they're playing a 2-minute time control, and it's first to 15. Oh, there's not a take back here. So Shayka exploited a pre-move and picked up a free piece. And CaspiIsrael is going to make great use of that free piece. I think you have to bring the knight back. I was just going to lose a pawn. But I guess he has rook over, so it's not the end of the world. So the queen probably won't take, because they don't want this pin. Oh, CaspiIsrael picks up a queen. Shayka picks up a queen. Yeah, this is pretty dominant for Shayka and CaspiIsrael on the basis of material. This particular game. CaspiIsrael probably giving a queen back here, but has a very safe king, has some initiative, and maybe he can snag this rook at some point. Yeah, just develop the other knight. Like on the attack. A rook mates for CaspiIsrael. Rook is forced. There it is. So I guess that was the second game. So our score right now is 2-0, favoring CaspiIsrael, and shayka211. So if anyone wants to co-commentate, let me know. I can jump into a Discord chat. Right now, I am in a Discord call, but no one else is in here. With the organizers, in case one of the organizers, like Midnight Fox, wants to jump in. But I could go someplace else if someone else wants to co-commentate. Rusmagic on the attack. CaspiIsrael has saved his queen, and his king is on the run with just knights. Not that much Rusmagic can do. That's a fun place for a knight, though. Going after the queen, tempoing him a little bit. Rook is going to be good for CaspiIsrael. Dushezzz on the attack. Rook is good for him. Dushezzz and Rusmagic are up time. The rook is already in hand. So how does shayka defend this? He might have to drop like queen at h7. Is there mate in that case with knight at e7, wins one queen, and then can trade another queen? Rook in, now knight mates or rook mates. Okay, and that gets the queen with initiative. Oh, he's just going for mate. Yeah, Rusmagic also could have taken a queen, which mated for his partner. But he mates on his board. So they've got on the board now, the score is 2-1, favoring CaspiIsrael and shayka211. I don't see CaspiIsrael playing much Bughouse, but that might be a time zone thing. Because I'm on the server a lot, playing and watching Bughouse. Haven't seen CaspiIsrael play that much recently. He did participate in the Bughouse World Championship. I forget if he did it last year, definitely did the year before. And I think he took out the Lager team. Now, I'm not aware off the top of my head who shayka is. It's probably one of the stronger Israeli Crazy House players, but I'm not certain of that. CaspiIsrael is up a significant amount of time. He's forcing a queen trade. Knight could be a problem here. That gets some initiative for dushezzz. I think we're going to throw the rook down. Now another rook would mate for him. But CaspiIsrael is up 10 seconds, so that rook or queen is never coming. Okay, pawn. If pawn comes in, I think attack is going to win it for shayka. Because there's no blockers for dushezzz. You block this diagonal. Yeah, now take that. Okay, queen in. Yeah. Great mate for shayka. And our score is now 3-1, favoring CaspiIsrael and shayka. My recollection from the last Bughouse World Championship is shayka loves to attack, is more of an attacker. CaspiIsrael he can attack, he's a versatile player, but he's known more as a feeder. So generally he gets his partner the pieces his partner wants. So the idea of this bishop move was to check and guard e2 so that the queen could take without a knight check winning the queen back. Pawn or bishop could land on b2 eventually, but first shayka needs to defend a little bit. Oh, okay. Gets to take some with initiative. Oh, bishop taken back. Guard some of these key squares. Oh, that's a lot of material. I think shayka's best defense is to attack. So really he needs some more material. Bishop at a6 would be interesting though. Bishop at a6, then rook takes. And if pawn takes, bishop could take back. But maybe pawn check would just win though. Pawn check, king up, knight check if he took. Shayka went all in though. I mean, I think he still could take this bishop now that the queen is in. Okay. So he does get mate. His partner feeds him win in peace. Our score right now is 4-1, favoring CaspiIsrael and shayka211. Pawn wins a piece. He's not going to wait for it. Gets his king's bishop out. This castled king probably going to be attacked. Rusmagic getting in on the dark squares, but he doesn't have material to play with right now. Queen hitting the knight. Okay, interesting. So we can take the knight if bishop takes. That picks up a piece. You really need to get more pieces here near the castle king. Maybe something on h6. Another knight would be good for CaspiIsrael. Another possibility. Okay, never mind. So if a bishop landed on f3, that could potentially deflect this pawn eventually. He's just going to retreat his bishop. This rook is invading. He just makes a principal chess move, takes the pawn. So I could get an attacked. So he's trying to give up some material to get some initiative. Queen is hit. Oh, CaspiIsrael picks up significant material there. I don't know why Rusmagic gave him that. Maybe pawn in and tickle this rook. That's a piece. Now you have threats with a knight. Either of these two places. You could trade the queens if it benefits your partner. And they're up a significant amount of time, so he's probably going to wait until the second queen benefits his partner. Right now, dushezzz only has pawns to drop. So let his partner get a significant advantage. Oh, okay, he's going to pin the queen instead of trading. And now, yeah, knight in. If pawn takes, you have rook in, then queen in. So this is going to lead to a winning game. And if pawn doesn't take, obviously, you could just drop a queen where the king is. So our score is 5-1, favoring CaspiIsrael and Shayka. We are going first to 15. So for any of you watching who happen to be playing in the Buckhouse World Championship, I want to again remind you to use the Google form to schedule your matches so that they get on the calendar. If they don't get on the calendar, I won't know about them. And I'll put the calendar in the chat. dushezzz has made some trades. These knights are harassing the queen, CaspiIsrael's board, and getting nearer to the king. Probably wants a bishop to make this a queen trade somehow. He might. Okay, he's gonna knight check for now. Eventually, he's gonna have to let go of this queen. Maybe get a knight for it. Okay, so the threat is knight in would win a queen. So is the fourth knight, if the fourth knight isn't going to come, then he could just slide over. So rook plus knight mates, and knight alone is very good. Wait, what? Are you giving the queen? Oh, it's because this pawn wins on the dushezzz board. So our score is now 5-2, favoring CaspiIsrael and shayka211. CaspiIsrael pushing the H pawn, so that clears his rook file for future shenanigans. He probably wants a knight. Oh, he doesn't take this. It's a little bit surprising. Shayka is, I guess, waiting for material. A few pawns are good for Shayka. Pawns on the 7th. Or could even come in. It does. That opens up the rook file for Rusmagic. Rusmagic doing a decent job defending. Shayka seems to be down a significant amount of material. CaspiIsrael has no blockers. That's going to leave a mark. Also down a lot of time, down 16 seconds. Has to play king up. Could just take this. I would take the pawn though. Bishop takes pawn just to vacate the square for the knight. Knight check. I think you can just take the queen. Okay, he's gonna take the bishop first. Keep everything safe. Don't like this knight move. I would have just grabbed the queen. Okay, trying to create some mate threats. Now another bishop would be quite good. Interesting, he's taken that way. So he has a bishop battery doubling up on f5. Trying to get some initiative. CaspiIsrael doesn't have any blockers. Probably going to have to use the rook, and he does. This is going to be devastating for CaspiIsrael. Has to lose more pieces. Dushezzz on the attack. Maybe rook in the corner eventually to burn more pieces. Rook in the corner, then knight check seems quite good. Or you could just, okay, yeah, just take the rook actually. Oh, okay. This is nice, doing it with initiative. New rook in, gonna be devastating. Take the queen. That's a free queen with check. Probably leads to mate with like a few pawn checks. And Dushezzz gets the mate. Rusmagic was on the attack as well. Rusmagic's king was safe. Our score is now 5-3, still favoring CaspiIsrael and shayka211. CaspiIsrael says he needs a 2-minute break. So if anyone wants to join me for co-commentary, let me know. Happy to have more people in the booth. Rusmagic asking, are there 10 games in the match? A few people corrected him to 15. Rusmagic says, oh my god. I guess he didn't realize the matches were so long. And they're potentially only a third of the way through. Knight, very good for Rusmagic here. Not going to wait for it because it's the fourth knight. So very unlikely to come. Pawn is pushing. Rusmagic using these pieces effectively. Could pick up a pawn. Now he's a little bit worried. Maybe queen up. Defend some of these things. Dushezzz on the attack. Ooh, pawn takes knight. An option. Could shed this bishop to get a queen with initiative. Might drop a rook back here though. I still like this move. I guess you could just take the queen immediately. Okay. Vacate in a place. Pawn at g7, I guess. Okay, trying to win the queen with initiative. Knight is pinned. Now we can take this knight. A lot of trades going on. Trades benefit the attackers, and Rusmagic and dushezzz are both attacking. So I think we should continue moving, continue trading. CaspiIsrael is mated. The score right now is 5-4, favoring CaspiIsrael and Shayka. So Rusmagic and dushezzz on the comeback. I think at one point this match was like 5-2, and now we're at 5-4. Rusmagic gets the rook file. Shayka might be able to snag a knight here if there's no bishop to drop. Yeah, he just sacks the knight for a pawn. Shayka now trying to save his bishop. Rusmagic probably wants another knight, but anything could land on g7. I assume we're gonna knight check here. Or is he gonna throw a bishop in on this diagonal somewhere? Rusmagic getting in on the dark squares. Has the queen file. CaspiIsrael harasses the queen a little bit. CaspiIsrael says time to his partner. Maybe his partner asked for a piece or something. The fact that CaspiIsrael is using the chat kind of implies that maybe they're not on voice call. Voice call, obviously a huge advantage. If the CaspiIsrael team is not on voice call, that's going to be to their detriment. I don't really understand why Shayka is waiting. It doesn't make much sense to me. Maybe he just disconnected or something. The more he waits, the worse it's going to get. Like a pawn could land at e2. He doesn't defend. I guess knight at f3 is pretty crushing as well, given the pin. I think Shayka is in like a must attack position here. This is very hard to defend. Shayka must have been disconnected. CaspiIsrael says 1 minute, seems my partner disconnected. The bishop on the back was attacking this f5 bishop. Rook mated or Rusmagic. Knight won a queen with initiative. Hey, I brought. Hey, Jelly. Thanks for watching. CaspiIsrael says, sorry for delay, guys. Had my baby waking up before, and now my connection went bad. So I guess he has a young child. And Shayka has a bad connection. Dushezzz says, no worries, need a break. And Rusmagic says, need a break. Yeah, these guys have good sportsmanship. I'm sure they'll get the match done when the circumstances get better. Hey, Joseph. Thanks for watching. Marvel congratulates them on their congratulates Caspi on his baby. Spurs says, congrats. Are you going to name him Pure Essence? So I think Pure Essence is who Caspi partnered in some past tournaments. I'm not aware whether Shayka is the same as Pure Essence. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. So Pure Essence, a very strong Crazy House and Bug House player. Maybe the same as Shayka, but I don't think so. There are several very strong Bug House, Crazy House players in Israel. And Caspi, I think, has partnered someone from Israel each of these tournaments. Which of course makes scheduling easier if you're both in the same time zone. Oh, Joseph is FM Cheskid. Oh, okay. FM Cheskid, you gotta stop getting new usernames. This is like your third username in a year. But FM Cheskid playing in the tournament as well. Put in a great showing a few days ago versus the Midnight Fox team. FM Cheskid lost the match, but I think they were strong underdogs, but made it very competitive. Genna says he thinks that this is FM Cheskid's 770th username, and he speaks from experience, since Genna is on his 217th username. Oh, played Chewy from Marvel. Yeah. With whoever it is you played, you guys, very impressive, as you're playing a very strong team. So we're waiting for shayka211 to figure out his connection. Are these guys in my group? No, so other groups are chattering. I'm one of the organizers of the Bug House World Championship, so I've created group chats for half the open section. I have groups A and B. So there are a lot of group chats of people scheduling matches. And at this point, while we're waiting, we can review the open bracket, see what matches have been played. Larso and Genna winning Group A so far. They have 2 wins. But Jeffrey and Katask have not played any games yet. And the big match so far was Larso and Genna versus Blitzbullet and Plotkin. Larso and Genna won barely. I think it was like 15-13 or something like that. And that was a stacked group. So people expect Katask and Jeffrey Zhang to win the group. There's been a battle for second. So in order for Plotkin and Blitzbullet to come through, they're going to have to beat Jeffrey and Katask. However, even though the group is stacked, if you manage to come out second place, you're guaranteed you don't have to go against the first place team of that group until the finals. So it puts whoever is second place in Group A in a pretty good position to take at least second place, maybe first place in the whole tournament. In Group B, it looks like the only match that's happened is Chicken and Saison versus Navpad and so that's Naveen and Truth Doctor, otherwise known as Vishy Vishy. And Chicken and Saison won that match. In Group C, Midnight Fox and PKNM have beaten Jackie Sparrow and Coach. That's the only match that has been played so far, it looks like. And there's been a ton of matches in Group D. So that's partly because Clock Switcher and Return of the Liger have withdrawn from the tournament, so all their matches were listed as losses. But in addition to that, there's been a lot of scheduling going on. So Chewy and Marvel have scheduled 2 additional matches, which they've won. So they beat 1800 Strength and Papa Pizza, and they beat FM Chess Kid and Quick Dash. Genna is saying that he won 15-13, not 15-14. I'll drop that in the Discord so that they're aware of the mistake. And CaspiIsrael has confirmed that his kid is not named Pure Essence. And it's a girl, 1-year-old. I forget if CaspiIsrael participated last year. If he didn't participate last year, it might have been because he just had a newborn baby. But big congrats to CaspiIsrael for getting Grandmaster, which happened, I think, like 2 years ago. Still hasn't updated on chess.com, still listed as an IM, but he is a GM. Ogena is saying that Plotkin and Blitzbullet won a match before. I guess they didn't report the results. I'm just going based on the link up here. Maybe some of the results are not recorded. Yeah, I think Charkvos and Ego Smasher played a match. Was that versus Plotkin and Blitzbullet? Maybe so. I've definitely seen Charkfuss and Ego Smasher haven't played. I think VJ Baker and YBossG are trying to schedule their matches early. We have a few matches coming up in the near future for the Midnight Fox team. So let me check the calendar as well while we're waiting. Oh, Genna is saying pretty sure Let's Bullet and Plotkin beat Charkfuss and Ego Smasher. Okay. Yeah, so looking at the calendar here, on Wednesday, looks like there's 2 matches from Midnight Fox and PKNM. They'll be playing Horko and Abikovsky second, and first they'll be playing Soham and Masai Kingdom. On Monday, tomorrow, there is a match in the Challenger section. Ibrat and Lesnerd will be playing, and they've done a pretty good job scheduling their matches. We've already commentated at least one of their matches. But yeah, still that's not very many matches that have been in the calendar. I think some matches have taken place not in the calendar. CaspiIsrael is updated. Shayka's computer crashed and won't restart. That is awkward. Ibrat saying his match is tomorrow. Yeah, good luck to you, Ibrat. So I will be traveling for the later part of December. Not going to be available to commentate for like a little bit over a week at the end of December. Because I'm going to be traveling and won't have my normal streaming set up. But I'll resume commentating in January. Of course, don't need me to commentate. We can have matches without my commentary. It's just important to get these matches scheduled. So at the end of the month-long period, the arbiters will review any matches that haven't been scheduled and award wins to the people who made more of an effort to schedule. But the hope, of course, is we don't need to do that and every match gets scheduled. Wonder if there's any other games going on that are interesting. Oh, Swannet is playing against Kibo Play. Maybe FM Chess Kid is in that mix, not sure. Zarkov is saying no chance for continuation now. Yeah, that's a good question. Whether they're going to continue now or going to continue at another time. Rusmagic says, who knows? Well, presumably CaspiIsrael knows, so hopefully he'll update us here. Because if they're not going to continue, then I'll probably end the stream. By the way, on the Twitch front, there is a Hand and Brain tournament going on, I think with a prize fund. So several streamers I watch are participating in that. I was watching Cha Cha play right before that. CaspiIsrael just jumped into the random pool. That was weird. So maybe he tried to seek thinking he was still partnered to Shayka and realized it was a random pool match. Yeah, when I when I start the coverage, I usually will follow a player, and I happen to play CaspiIsrael, is why we see his random match here. CaspiIsrael did say, "Okay, let's go," which implies that his partner fixed the computer problem. So hopefully this match will resume in a few minutes here. IJM 700 is commentating in his native language, but doesn't want to join the stream. Not sure what his language is. And he says he doesn't want people to listen to his voice on the recorded stream. Just FYI, everyone hates their own voice. Well, almost everyone, but I would say more than 90% of the population hates their own voice, but I'm sure your voice is fine. So I don't know what's going on, and because CaspiIsrael started a match, I don't have the previous chat. Actually, maybe I can pull up the previous chat. Let me see. This was not the game. Let's see, was it this? This was not the game either. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Orcall's in the pool. Yeah, I don't have their group chats, so they may be talking by group chat. And ask in the Discord if Caspi is continuing, because I really have no idea what's going on here. So sorry guys, this is really out of my control. And Michael says none of the players are on the Discord. I think we're probably gonna have to call it. Because I see no signs of this match continuing. Thank you, check in the list of games. But from what they said in the chat earlier, they said the reason they stopped was Shayka not only disconnected, but his computer crashed and would not restart. So that sounds like it could be less of a temporary problem and maybe more of a long-term problem. And Rusmagic also expressed surprise when people said it was first to 15 wins. So maybe he didn't have like an hour set aside. So even if Caspi could continue, maybe Rusmagic's time would run out at some point. So I think we're just going to have to call this, unfortunately. And I am going to raid out. We're going to raid ChaCha211. If they reschedule this match and I am made aware of when it's rescheduled for, then I'll try to cover it. So sorry to the viewers. At least we got to watch a few good games in there. So I'm going to send you guys to ChaCha211, who is a very strong 4-player chess player. He's playing in a hand and brain tournament right now. I think the tournament's still going on. Yeah, he's reviewing some previous games. So coming up tomorrow, we have Islad Shago, Garoda, and I Am Frosty versus Ibrat657 and Les Nerd, which I should be covering. On Wednesday, we have 2 matches with the Midnight Fox team, Midnight Fox and PKM versus Soham and Masai Kingdom, and Midnight Fox and PKM versus Horko and Abikovsky. Abikovsky, another Grandmaster in the tournament here. We have quite a few Grandmasters in this tournament, which is unusual. I think the first tournament there were practically none, and there's more and more of them. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining me. Sorry we didn't get to see the end of this match. Hope to see you some future streams. Bye guys.